Hey, welcome back to the Soul Pod. This is Stacy. Gandhi once said, "Speak only if it improves upon the silence." This video is going to be about knowing when to speak and when not to speak, and how that helps us build self-confidence, helps us communicate better, and reduces stress. I'm going to share a tool for how to do that. You ready? The tool I'm talking about, I call To What End. It's a tool I use myself to have a better understanding of whether or not it's appropriate to speak in that moment. Uh, I've always been outgoing. I've always been an extrovert most of my life till recently. That's shifting strangely. But one of the things that comes with that is I have a reflex to speak when maybe I shouldn't. There's a lot of reasons we do this. Sometimes it's our ego. I mean, with me, that was certainly playing into it. Uh, Frequently, the ego shows itself in a lot of different ways. It's the need to be right, so we might interject, or it's the feeling that we're being talked down to, so we want to interject, defend, whatever. There's dozens of different ways to look at this psychologically and why we do it. That's a little less important than how to change it. Understanding that it's there is step number one. Changing it, learning how to shift it, that's the most important step, because when we do, there's a lot of benefits that come from it. So here's the reason this psychological tool works. I want to dive into this first, and then we'll get into the actual work itself. Psychologically, what happens is using this tool builds self-awareness. Like, it brings it to the forefront of your mind when you recognize it and you start using this tool. And you'll understand what I mean when I actually introduce the tool to you and show you how to use it. It forces us to confront the patterns of our behavior, of our reflexes, so that when we're about to do something we've done multiple times, maybe don't go do that because we catch ourselves in that moment. That reflective spark builds personal growth. Like, our self-awareness, it reduces our stress because we start knocking these things down through our self-awareness. It sort of declutters our mind and allows for healthier choices. In addition, it shines light on the ego. It lets us be aware of the places where our ego is at play. Now, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Like, when I say, oh, it shines light on the ego, it happens reflexively. When you use this tool over time, you'll go, oh, I see. Oh, I see. And then suddenly, I had a friend once when I was learning stringed instruments who told me, said, keep playing. And then one day you'll suddenly be playing and you go, oh, I'm playing without thinking. That's how this works, where the more you do it, and it doesn't take years, it can literally be weeks or months before this clicks and you suddenly realize, I see how my ego's at play there. I see what's going on. And that self-awareness, it's like firecrackers, man. It's excellent. Through this process, other people will start seeing you as more thoughtful, more intelligent, more confident, because you are. You will be more thoughtful. You will be more confident. You'll come across as much more intelligent because you'll be emotionally intelligent, because you're recognizing what drives you and not doing things that you normally would do before. You've changed that habit. Research on mindful communication shows that pausing lowers stress hormones, improves emotional regulation, and fosters empathy, leading to fewer regrets and stronger connections with other people. That's what we're talking about here. So now, after all of that, let me dive into the actual tool itself. To what end? The question, to what end? For the next 30 days, before you make a decision to speak, in a moment where your mind is saying, should I say that? Pause and ask yourself, to what end? Meaning, we're going to look slightly further down the road after I open my mouth and ask myself, what is the possible benefit that I could be gaining from saying this thing in this moment? Now, consider for a moment that you're with a group of friends, or family is a really good one. Family during the holidays, let's say that, and someone at the table says something that you utterly disagree with. That it's just nonsense. Forget about it. And at that moment, you want to correct them. You want to bring to their attention something that you know to be true. Whether it is or not, is or isn't, doesn't really matter. But you know it to be true, right? In that moment, picture yourself in that moment saying, to what end? Now, you're going to talk to Larry at the end of the table and tell him that what he just said was nonsense. What's the benefit that's going to come from that? See what I'm saying? In most cases, there isn't a benefit. To what end is a great tool because I can use this in any moment and go, oh, I could correct this person, but to what end? I could tell this person they're wrong, or to what end? But to what end? I could say this thing that I'm about to say right now because my feelings are hurt or because I'm emotional on some level, but to what end? And you'll get very good at projecting forward ahead of that conversation and seeing that there's, in most cases, not a whole lot of benefit in opening your mouth in those moments. But if you start using this tool, to what end, you will develop the ability to very quickly catch yourself before you do that. You'll start building more self-confidence. You'll come across as much more emotionally intelligent. People will feel much more safe and comfortable with you. So start using the tool today. And for the next 30 days, watch yourself. You might even journal because there's something about that that just locks it in for you. Thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that for me. It's really good for me. It's really good for the channel. It's really good for the algorithm, and it helps more people find this channel and this content. If you haven't checked out the Soul Podcast yet, check it out. I think you'll like it. Seems like an awful lot of people do. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.